From the drama-free true crime destination, no limits, no looking back, just the power, the passion, and the pulse of what's next. This is Bethea's Byte, and it's reloaded. A father avoids the death penalty by pleading guilty to the murder of his own children. I'm Ernest Bethea, the last outlaw. This is Bethea's Byte, and it's reloaded. A Georgia man accused of brutally abusing his children, confining them to dog crates and burying their bodies in trash bags in his yard, pleaded guilty to multiple charges, avoiding a potential death sentence. Elwyn Crocker Sr. pleaded guilty to 2 counts of malice murder, aggravated sexual battery, 4 counts of cruelty to children, 2 counts of concealing the death of another, and 2 counts of false imprisonment. He was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole, another life sentence, and an additional 40 years to be served consecutively. This is certainly not justice, and frankly, based on the facts of this case, the death penalty would not have been justice. District Attorney for the Ogeechee Judicial Circuit, Robert Busby, said in a news conference on Monday. What these children went through, there is no punishment available under the law that would be justice in this case. The remains of Elwyn Crocker Sr.'s children, Elwyn J.R. Crocker Jr., age 14, and 13-year-old Mary Crocker, were found buried on the family's property in December 2018. Investigators estimated the children had been in the ground for approximately 2 months before they were found. Elwyn Crocker Sr. was charged alongside Candace Crocker, his wife and the children's stepmother, Mark Wright, Candace Crocker's brother, Kim Wright, Candace Crocker's mother, and Kim Wright's boyfriend, Robert Prater. Prater was a key witness for the prosecution, Busby explained to reporters on Monday. He had spoken to law enforcement for hours, incriminating his co-defendants and describing what had allegedly happened inside the family's home. Prater passed away in February, Busby explained. His passing means all that evidence that he was going to provide for us is now gone, he said. Prater had only been interviewed by police. Those interviews would be inadmissible in court now because of the defendant's right to cross-examine his accuser. Prosecutors say that evidence showed the family systematically starved the teens while keeping plenty of food for themselves. Mary was kept in a small dog kennel for up to 24 hours at a time. Prosecutors said she was often naked and in her final days became so weak that she was duct taped to a pool ladder when she could no longer stand. Mark Wright, Kimberly Wright, Candace Crocker, and Roy Prater all previously pleaded guilty in the case. Wright was sentenced to 80 years in prison. Kimberly Wright and Candace Crocker were sentenced to life in prison without parole. Prater was awaiting sentencing when he died. It's a relief that it's over, but it's certainly mixed feelings, Busby told reporters. I was driven to get the maximum sentence in this case, and it was very disappointing that it ended up being life instead. But yeah, it's a relief. I think that the case is closed. Thank you so much for joining me here at the drama-free true crime destination. Please be sure to follow Bethea's Byte Reloaded all over social media and support the channel through PayPal and Cash App. You can get your true crime news right here with no gimmicks, no drama, and no BS. This is Bethea's Byte, and it's reloaded.